What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We have a confusing one for you today. One of the players looks like me, and both of them have the same name and the same initial in their last name. Everyone's going to be very confused. Someone might win because I gave the score to the wrong person. Who knows? Anything could really happen today. It's going to be exciting. We have Tyler Beutler going up against Tyler Burch. Tyler Beutler, last we saw him, he made it to the semifinals of the Summer Series tournament. At that point in time, Tyler Burch hadn't even played in Fandom yet. Tyler Burch is currently a 2-0 rookie, making his debut shortly after the tournament and beating Thomas Eames to earn his spot here today. The winner of this will fill that final spot in the five-way number one contenders match at the beginning of next year. It's exciting. You've heard enough from me. Let's hear from the players right now in the promos.
So today it's just me, no Cody. All he told me to say was, let's play. I'm looking forward to my match with other Tyler. He seems like a nice guy, and seen his two matches, and it's going to be a tough one, but do what I can. So let's play.
Okay, so am I managing you? Am I managing Nick, who looks like you? There's another Tyler B here. I have no idea what's happening, but what I do know is that you have a really good Fandom knowledge, and as long as you're on the screen next to me, I know you're my guy. So that's what I'm going with. But how you feeling tonight? I'm excited to watch you finally play because I haven't been able to be here for you yet. How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. Better than I expected. No Cody here. My feelings, they're like not hurt. It's really weird.
Good start.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how to handle all this like confidence and happiness, but I'm feeling good. I mean, I wasn't expecting to play more than once this year, so I'm really excited about this match. Beutler is a really good player, and I think we're gonna have a really good time with this one.
Agreed. He's a great player. I've seen him play. He's very good. You're very good. This should be fun. All feelings are good right now. We're all up. We're happy. Let's keep it that way, and let's have a good time. Let's go.
Happy feelings there are indeed. What a good time those promos were. Tyler, going against the word of his manager, said more than just let's play. I'm doing it already. Tyler Beutler. Tyler Burch said some other things. Holy crap. It's going to be a great time. Let's have a fun one. We'll start with round number one. Oh, well, I guess we're playing TV Throwdown right now. Without any further ado, we'll move into round number one. Here's how round number one is going to work. You will get 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights from random fandom categories. You'll have 15 seconds to write your answer to each question. At the end of 15 seconds, I will say pens down. You will reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they will receive a bonus question. You'll have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, any questions as we get into round number one?
Can you hear my dog eating right now?
I cannot.
Okay, good. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
All right. Well, alrighty then. We will get into round number one. Your first question will come in the category of Marvel. What specific weapon does Kick-Ass kill Frank D'Amico with at the end of Kick-Ass? This is has a bad word in the title. If you like went and saw this in theater and then went to your grandmother's house afterwards, she was like, what movie? You'd say you'd have to lie. You can't tell her what you saw. 5, 4, 3, kick butt, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Beutler.
Bazooka.
And Burch.
I said an RPG.
I believe that's the same thing. I'm going to say that's correct unless we have a challenge. So that is correct. 1 point apiece. As we get to the next question, which is in the category of Star Trek. What was the first Trek film to feature a different rebuilt version of the Enterprise? I've been watching a lot of Who's Line anyway, and there's a really funny blooper where Greg Proops is rapping, and he's like, shouldn't go to school if you bring that bazooka. And then he just loses it. It's really great. I recommend it. Look it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Burch.
I believe it's at the end of Star Trek 4. Oh my God, not the right name. No.
And first of all, that's incredible. Tyler Beutler.
Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home.
Star Trek
Okay.
4: The Voyage Home is correct.
Oh my god! All right.
That was just unbelievable, and I want to give you points for it. But speaking of, your next question will come in the category of DC. Which X-Men actor plays Ivan Semenov, the former love interest to Victoria in Red? It might be pronounced Simonov, if that helps any.
I gotta tell you that Star Trek thing. Not the first time it's happened either.
That was because you said it, and I couldn't pinpoint. I was like, "Wait, what's that from?" I thought you were right for a second, and I had the wrong answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Beutler
Brian Cox.
and Burch.
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox is the correct answer. Tyler Beutler leads 3-2. So we get to your next question, which comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. What is the name of Taylor's fellow astronaut who is lobotomized in 1968's Planet of the Apes? Doesn't sound like fun. Wouldn't want to do that personally, but, to each their own. Also, ever since Cameron Holtzman showed me that they try to hide that it's a Planet of Apes, even though that's the name of the movie, I can't ever not see that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Burch
Is it Langdon?
and Beutler.
I said Landon.
Landon is correct. I don't think we can accept Langdon. Changes it just enough. But Landon is correct. Tyler Beutler will get the point. He leads 4-2. As we get to the next question, which is in the category of Pixar. What invention does Buddy try to show off to Mr. Incredible while he tries to capture Bon Voyage at the beginning of The Incredibles? Oh, Cameron Holtzman is backstage, and he is, talking about his funny observations. That witty Holtzman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Tyler Beutler
I don't know what the terminology was. I said his rocket boots.
and Burch.
I also said rocket boots.
Rocket boots is exactly what we have in the document. That is correct. Tyler Beutler leads 5-3. As we get to the next question, which is in the category of horror icons. What was the last horror icons film to feature Pamela Voorhees? So I wonder, all I can do is picture a scene where Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly sit down with this character and say, so is it Pammed? There's a D on the end. There's 2 M's. The M's silent. Pam. Step Brothers reference, Anthony. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Burch
Is it Friday the 13th, 2009?
and Beutler.
Friday the 13th, 2009.
That is correct. Points all around. Friday the 13th. 09 is correct. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What spell is used to create a ball of light on the end of one's wand in the Wizarding World? I don't know. Ball of light. That's wrong question. 6, and I'm out of witty banter. I like these films. These are good films. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers starting with Beutler
I don't know. I said Luminate.
and Burch.
Lumos.
Lumos is the correct answer. There are no more perfect rounds today, and Burch gains on Beutler's lead. It is now 6-5. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of James Bond. In A View to a Kill, it is revealed that the main villain, Max Zorin, was trained by what organization before going rogue? Some pronounce it Rouge. They're wrong. It's a different word. French for red. Okay. French
That's a fancier word too.
Oui. Oh, I just said yes in French. That's crazy. Oh, I just had some like high school flashbacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Burch.
I believe it's the KGB.
And Beutler.
CIA.
KGB is correct, and we now have a tie game. Each Tyler has 6 points apiece. As we move into the penultimate question, which comes in the category of Mission Impossible. Who informs Ethan that the IMF has been shut down at the beginning of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? God, there's that word again. I didn't even plan that. Did we ask we asked an X-Men adjacent question earlier? There's an X-Men with that name. This is crazy. What's going on today?
Probably the weirdest thing has happened already.
Ah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
All right. That is Tyler Beutler's first repeat. The question again. Who informs Ethan that the IMF has been shut down at the beginning of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? So yeah, for all those who don't know, I had a swarm of bees in my house today. It was crazy, and I don't like bees.
You got a swarm of bees right here too.
Yeah. Oh my
I don't know if 2 count as a swarm.
2 of them. There's 2 of them. And yeah, I had one of those tennis racket like shocker things, and I was just Jediing it up. 5, 4.
I've only seen those on TV.
2, 1. Pens down. Start with Beutler.
Brand.
And Burch.
Yeah, I also said Brant.
Brant is correct. We're still tied 7-7. As we get to your final question of round number 1, which comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who has composed the score for the most YA dystopia films? Yeah. So the bees were attacking. Felt like I was in a YA dystopia situation. The bees are taking over. Every time I killed one, I felt like the rest were after me. It was a terrifying experience I had this morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Burch.
I said Steve Jablonski.
And Beutler.
James Newton Howard.
James Newton Howard is the correct answer. So at the end of round number 1, Tyler Beutler will take a 1-point lead, 8-7. I was going to say, is that what you have? But he's giving me the thumbs up. That is the score. Great. So without any further ado, we will move into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 random categories, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you would like to check down a multiple choice, at which point they will only be worth 1. And if you miss the question, your opponent can steal it. Tyler Beutler, you are in the lead. Your wheel today is Marvel, Mission Impossible, Wizarding World, scores and soundtracks, horror icons, Disney live action, fandom Oscars, and the worlds of DC. So Tyler Beutler, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Mr. Burch?
I'll go first.
All righty. Tyler Beutler.
You got this, Tyler. I like this wheel for you.
Lands on scores and soundtracks. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All righty. We'll remove that. All right. Tyler Beutler, I will be administering your questions in the category of scores and soundtracks. Are you prepared?
Yeah.
All right, your first question. Come and Get Your Love appears in Guardians of the Galaxy and which other MCU film?
Avengers Endgame.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. After John Barry, who has composed the most James Bond films?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is A, David Arnold, B, Bill Conti, C, Michael Kamen, D, Marvin Hamlish.
David Arnold.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. How many Planet of the Apes films did Michael Giacchino compose?
3.
That is incorrect. Tyler Burch, chance for the 2-point steal.
2.
2 is correct for the 2-point steal.
That was a rough one.
All right, as we get to Tyler Beutler's penultimate question. What song from Mary Poppins do the Shermans play for P.L. Travers that actually gets her to dance in Saving Mr. Banks?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, B, Spoonful of Sugar, C, Chim Chim Cheree, or D, Let's Go Fly a Kite?
C.
C is incorrect. Tyler Burch, chance for the 1-point steal. Is it A, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, B, Spoonful of Sugar, C, Chim Chim Cheree, or D, Let's Go Fly a Kite?
I'm going to go with A.
A is also incorrect. We were looking for D, Let's Go Fly a Kite. Should have made you say what A. Should have made you say what A was. All right.
No, never.
Tyler Beutler, your final question in scores and soundtrack. Who composed the score for The Losers, Superman Returns, and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer?
John Ottman.
That is correct for 2 points. And the end of Tyler Beutler's round 2, as I believe he gets his score up to 13, but with that steal, Tyler Burch is up to 9. And I am getting a thumbs up backstage. Fantastic. As we bring back up the wheel. And Anthony, for Tyler Burch, this is your first spin.
Good steal. Nice steal.
Thank you.
Lands on the Worlds of DC. Please keep it or spin again.
I mean, you have some ability to move around for multiple choice right now to go in with a lead in round 3. I think you said you're pretty confident in this, but would you like to try again, or do you just want to stick with it and try to get as many points as possible here?
Honestly, there's stuff on here that I'd rather avoid, so I think I'm feeling confident enough to take this.
That's a good idea. So avoid the stuff that you definitely don't want. So if you feel good here, we'll stick with this.
All right.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Tyler Burch, I will administer your questions in the category of the Worlds of DC. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Your first question. Which Worlds of DC film features a janitor named Howard? Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
2. All right, your multiple choice options is A, Man of Steel, B, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, C, Justice League, or D, Wonder Woman 1984.
Justice League.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question. When Superman surrenders to Zod in Man of Steel, who does Feora say that Zod demands come as well?
Lois.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What is the name of the place where Arthur and Mera find Queen Atlanta located at the Earth's core in Aquaman?
And a multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the Sacred Valley, B, the Hidden Sea, C, the Forgotten Trench, or D, the Sacred Ocean?
Go with the Sacred Sea.
That is incorrect. Tyler Beutler, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, the Sacred Valley, B, the Hidden Sea, C, the Forgotten Trench, or D, the Sacred Ocean?
Here, say C.
The letter C?
Yeah.
Okay. That is also incorrect. We're looking for B, the Hidden Sea.
B?
Oops.
B, the Hidden Sea. You said the Sacred Sea.
Oh, I could have sworn you said Sacred Sea before.
I believe I said Hidden Sea, but if you want to talk to Anthony and see if he sees that as well.
Yeah, can you bring in Anthony?
Sure thing.
I can honestly say I don't know. I know you said Sacred Sea. I don't remember exactly what he said. If you feel like you want to go back and check the tapes, I'm cool with that. We have a challenge. You have 1 round left in round 3, and you're both going to get the questions. So if something's weird, you're probably not going to have a big issue if you need to challenge around 3. So if you want to use it, now's the time, I would imagine.
I remember him saying Sacred Sea. I don't know if that's what he said, but that's why I said Sacred Sea was because I was going for B, and so.
If you think that's what he said, I mean, we can check the tapes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you feel that way, we'll use it and we'll just check.
All right. We'll be back right after this challenge. We are back from the challenge. I did read the option as the Hidden Sea. So unfortunately, Tyler Burch will lose that challenge. Tyler Beutler did not get the steal. So the question will stand as it was. As we move into the penultimate question in the Worlds of DC for Mr. Burch. Your question is, who plays Black Canary in Birds of Prey?
Journey Smollett.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. Tyler Burch is up 14-13. As we get to your final question in the Worlds of DC. In Suicide Squad, what did Diablo do that ultimately made him decide to surrender to the police and become a pacifist?
He burned down his home and killed his family.
That is correct for 2 points. And the end of round number 2, Tyler Burch now has the lead, 16-13. As we move into round number 3, it is the betting round. Anything can happen. There are 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player will get the choice to bet between 0 and 2 points after hearing the category. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. Gentlemen, any questions as we get into round number 3? We'll play until someone is mathematically eliminated.
Nope.
All right. First category for which you can bet points on is Fandom Quotes.
It's just us talking because unless he wants to talk to the ether. How do you feel about Fandom Quotes? It's kind of.
I mean,
you have a little bit of a lead. So even if he goes 2, you would still have a lead if you want to go 0 on this one.
I don't know. I feel good enough about this one that I could probably go for it.
Up to you. I mean, if you feel okay, go 1. Like you don't have to go full out. Like something like that. That's fine.
Yeah. Like I said, it could be anything, but I usually, I mean, I got the quotes one in the last one, so I feel decent.
Okay. We're good.
All right.
All righty. We will get bets starting with Tyler Beutler.
Just go with 1.
Ooh.
And Tyler Burch.
Also 1.
All right. One apiece. Your question in Fandom Quotes. Which Planet of the Apes actor said the quote, "Everything in the human culture takes place below the waist"? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers starting with Tyler Beutler
Charlton Heston.
and Tyler Burch.
Said Roddy McDowell.
Both incorrect. Unfortunately, we were looking for Tim Roth from everyone's favorite movie. Nobody hates it. Not a single person. Tyler Burch leads 15-12. As we get to the next category, which is horror icons.
So I know you've been doing these recently. How do you feel? Like you just kind of started on me. Feel confident enough for do anything, or do you want to just? How do you feel? Your thought is leaning me. The amount you're thinking is leading to a 0 or 1.
Yeah,
Either one of those.
I think 0.
Okay, works.
Yeah.
You got lead. We have 3 questions left, so that works. Good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get bets starting with Tyler Burch
0.
and Tyler Beutler. All righty. Your question in horror icons. What kind of animal does Michael often see with his mother throughout Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
Just watched this today.
Oh, boy, that's unfortunate for a lot of reasons.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Once you watched it. Chief among them that you watched it.
I knew 5 minutes in the first one. This wasn't going to be a good ride.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers starting with Burch, who bet 0.
White horse.
And Beutler.
Said horse.
Horse is correct. Tyler Beutler gaining some points there. It is now 15-14 as we get to the third category, which is Disney live action.
I mean, there's a lot, but some are pretty popular. How do you feel about Disney live action? This one's kind of feel like in the middle here.
There's just so many. It could be so many different things.
There are so many. It's absurd. I mean, I know you've studied them. I know you have an idea. You still have a 1-point lead. He has to go 2 to even go above. And if he misses it, if he tries to and misses it, then you have really nice comfort. So I would say 0 or 1. Pick how you feel here. If you're not feeling really confident, go 0. We can always catch up on hopefully one of the other 2.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go 0.
Okay. We are good.
All righty. We'll get bets starting with Tyler Beutler.
0.
Hey. Stats, baby.
Twins. All right, your question that I put so much work into writing, and now it doesn't even matter. Your question is, in which Disney live-action sports film do members of the main team get into a fight with members of a team from Switzerland at a bar?
Sounds like I lucked out.
It's a good match. He's living up to the hype. Tyler's. No, you're shit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Get answers starting with Beutler.
Cool Runnings.
And Burch.
I just put Miracle.
Cool Runnings is correct, but 0 points were bet, 0 points were gained or lost. As we get to the penultimate question in round 3, the category is YA dystopia.
I mean, are you feeling the rhythm? Are you feeling the rhyme? Get it up. YA dystopia time. How you feeling about this? This is a little all over the place. This is what, question 4, right?
Yeah. And
I'm still got a 1 point.
Right.
Don't know what he's going to do, but I would say if you're not too confident, 0 or 1. If you feel at least somewhat confident, but you still got 1 after this.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
So I'm up by 3, right, Nick?
You're up 1.
I'm up 1.
Yeah. He caught up on the horror icons.
Right. Okay.
So I wouldn't go 2, but if you're feeling confident enough, go 1. If you're really not feeling confident, just go 0, and we'll hope the last one's a better category for you. Okay. So pick one, and I trust you to go with it.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
All righty. We'll get bets starting with Tyler Burch.
1.
And Tyler Beutler.
Also 1.
All righty. Your question, and why a dystopia? Who comes up with the idea to use Teresa to get into Wicked headquarters in the Death Cure, which they know Thomas won't like? This is it's nutty. I don't even want to talk. I might spoil the moment, as it just did right there when
There goes the tension.
Exactly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
All right. That is Tyler Beutler's second repeat. Your question again. Who comes up with the idea to use Teresa to get into Wicked headquarters in the Death Cure, which they know Thomas won't like? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Get answers starting with Burch
Newt.
and Beutler.
Wrote Newt first, and I said Gilly.
Unfortunately, the answer is Galley.
Oh,
I don't think we can accept Gilly.
I knew
Newt
that.
is also wrong. So both players will lose 1 point. It is still a 1-point game. Tyler Burch leads 14-13 as we get to the final question, which comes in the category of Star Trek.
Okay, so here's the sitch. You have a 1-point lead. You can go 1, and if he goes 2, you go to extra time. You can go 2 and try to get the win. I would not. He's going to bet something. You go 0 if you just think he's going to miss it, but you guys are both really good at obviously Fandom trivia, so you never know. How do you feel about Star Trek in general?
man, I feel good about it, but I feel like if I'm going to hit it, I should just go 2 instead of 1.
If you really want to go for it, go for the win. At this point, you're either going to overtime or you're going for the win. I'm okay. If you want to go for the win, I trust you on this. If you feel it, do it. It's all it's in your heart right now. That's what matters.
Okay.
All righty. We appear good. We'll get bets. Starting, Tyler Beutler
Said 2.
and Tyler Burch.
2.
All right. At the end of this question, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a winner. And his name will be Tyler.
Hey, spoilers. Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Your question in Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, how does Scotty kill the private security member on the Vengeance who confronts him while he tries to get Kirk and Khan aboard? Five, 4, 3.
You a repeat.
All right, that is Tyler Beutler's final repeat. The question again. In Star Trek Into Darkness, how does Scotty kill the private security member on the Vengeance who confronts him while he tries to get Kirk and Khan aboard? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Tyler. We'll get answers. Sorry. Well, I guess both of you anyway. We'll get answers starting with Tyler Burch.
He sucks him into space out of the ship.
And
That's not very good
Tyler
wording.
Yep, he said he opens hatch and gets sucked into space.
And your winner, Tyler Burch. Both correct. Both answers were acceptable. Tyler Burch takes the win in a fantastic match with many twists and turns, lots of drama, stakes very high, and whatnot. But without further ado, we will talk to our unfortunate loser today, Tyler Beutler. Tyler Beutler, you were this close, man. If the galley
One
split,
foul away.
one foul away, yeah, what one could say. You still played incredible. You did great. You bet where you needed to, and you almost had it. How do you feel about the match and your opponent's performance and yours as well?
Yeah, felt good. Usually if I don't think of an answer within the first few seconds, it doesn't come to me. And I feel like I had a few in the first round that just sort of just finally popped in there. So glad to get better at that at least. So
awesome.
Yeah, it was a good match and good game. Great.
Well, I know you are a fan or a man of few words, perhaps a fan as well. So we will definitely see you next season. And we totally know how the team's tournament's going. So your team's run is probably going great, I bet.
I'm sure it'd be a shout out here pretty soon.
We definitely know what's happening there, but we will definitely see you either later this season or next season. Great job today, Tyler, as we bring in the winner, Tyler. Tyler Burch. Some may call this an upset. Tyler Beutler is a very good player, but I think you've proven now that you're capable of not losing. You haven't done it yet.
Before, but now you just jinxed it. So
yeah, I do that a lot when I talk about like perfect rounds and stuff. People are like going to get one, and then they don't because I mention it, and it's all my fault. I'm used to the jinxing of things. My apologies. But Tyler, congratulations, you won. Only undefeated rookie left this year, I believe, and you'll find yourself in a number one contenders match at the beginning of next year. How do you feel about the match today? First,
I mean, I feel really good about it. It was nice to get round two. I mean, I had some gaps. Haven't been feeling that great this week. So those two questions in round one where I just mixed up the name. Really, I mean, the Star Trek one will haunt me for the rest of my life. The Planet of the Apes one will, I'll get over it. But no, I mean, I thought it was a really good match. It was really intense. This is definitely the most tense match I've had so far. Going against, Beutler is a great opponent. I mean, I faced him before and he did a really great job. So he was actually doing well in scores, which is always scary. But it was a really good match, and I like that it came down to the wire. It came down to the last question.
It did indeed. Anthony, this is your first time managing Tyler, who's now 3-0. What are your thoughts?
I'm happy I'm not the jinx to have his first loss, so that's really exciting for me because that would have sucked. No, he did great. I'm glad I was finally able to be a part of one of these matches I've wanted to. Just work and life sometimes get in the way, but he played fantastic. I knew he's a great player. That's why we brought him in. He did excellent work. I don't like when it goes to the last question because that stresses me out in the background and makes me think more about what you should bet, and I hate doing that because I'm usually terrible at it. But you did everything you needed to do. The quest for peace thing was funny. Even I knew what happened, and I was like, "This is hilarious." And that might live with you. Stuff in trivia lives with you for a long time. I still have stuff going on, but
it does. Yep.
You played great. There's no way around it. You played a very good player. Other Tyler is incredibly good. You got a good win against you. Tyler got a good win against Tyler. So, and I will look forward to the number one contenders thing. We'll see how that goes, and you'll be ready for it because you got a couple months before you even have to worry about it.
Indeed. And speaking of, first of all, I want to point out that stuff does stay with you sometimes. People still rag on Mark Menchaca for the whole stallion spirit thing. But screw everyone, because he went and challenged for a title later on in the year. So who knows? You could be doing the same thing. But in order to get there, you will have to play 4 other people. You have taken the 5th spot in a 5-way contender match that now features Cameron Holtzman, Robert Kastner, Joe Farrelly, Albert Werid-Harma, and new Tyler Burch are the 5th person completing that fatal 5-way. What are your initial thoughts on entering that match?
Lots of fear, mostly. No, all of them are really great players. Obviously I know Kastner from our faction. I faced Holtzman in teams, and I've just been, as a fan, I've just seen how well they do. So I'm really excited to get into the arena with them and test wits and have time to prepare for that because I'm going to need time to prepare for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited about what the next season's going to bring.
Great. We are as well. We look forward to having you. Congratulations on the win today, sir. And we will see you both next time. But for all of you, thank you for joining us on this very special episode of Fandom Fights. It was a good one. Thank you to Tyler and also Anthony. And yeah, join us next time. They're like I said, this was the 5th match. If you missed the earlier ones, go check them out. They're all really great. We're in the midst of a teams tournament. Make sure you check those matches out as well. And we'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.